Let's find out. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Mixon on the counter. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Burrow. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off around the 37.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Andy Isabella. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. From his end zone, Wilson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On second down now, it's Carter. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Carter again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Burrow. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
On 4th down, out comes the rookie 5th-round pick, Evan McPherson, for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Khalid Kareem able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And now headed the other way. They're across midfield. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. Here we go. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Play action. It's Burrow on the move to his left. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a second-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the second pick of the 4th round out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Wilson. And that's incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple of scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now Joe Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll buy some time right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. McPherson's kick is good.
And that's going to tie things up now at 28.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Shoves him aside near the 35. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow on play action.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd and 9,
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now it's Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They go play action with Wilson. Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wilson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Mims. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. Big yardage
garbage that time for the Jets. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Gets this to Isabella on the Jets sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check, check.
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And